You're listening to the Voice of Pittsburgh. This is KDKA. I'm Larry Richards on Shumway, vacationing back on Monday. Tomorrow, being Tuesday, nothing special except for the fact that it is Middle Child Day. And joining me on our 84 Lumber Newsline is Bruce Hopman, union boss at the International Middle Child Union.
It's okay to laugh. I get it all the time. People either hang up or they laugh. So, I'll take the laugh.
Yeah, you have a union, International Middle Child Union. How long has this been in existence?
A little over a year now. I started it just before last Middle Child's Day. We spoke last year on Middle Child's Day.
Right.
When I realized that nobody knows it's Middle Child's Day. I'm a middle child, and I didn't know it was Middle Child's Day. So I said, we've got to do something to raise awareness. Last year we staged the global strike. So I knew if we're going to have a strike, if all middle children were going to go on strike, we needed to have a union. So I formed the International Middle Child Union, and it's been going strong for the last year. But everything's gearing up for tomorrow, Middle Child's Day. This is like our Christmas. It's like Christmas without any of the attention or any of the presents or any of the celebrations. But other than that, it's just like Christmas.
Well, I got to be honest, you got me, because I, too, am a middle child. I am number 3 of 5.
That puts you are a smack dab middle child. There's a whole range of being a middle child. Anyone who's not the firstborn or the lastborn could be considered a middle child. So number 2 and number 4 in your family could also be considered middle children. But you are the smack dab middle child. And at the blog, at smackdabblog.com, there's a post about this, about the middle child spectrum, and you'll learn about the varying degrees. Because in your instance, you had a brother and sister who were also middle children with you, kind of.
Right.
So you outnumbered the older and the younger. So that's a different dynamic than just the purest form of middle child, which would be an oldest, a youngest, and then those in the middle, like myself. So
as a smack dabber, though, the stereotype is that we're peacemakers because you're always trying to mend the peace between the older and the younger.
Yeah, well, that's true. And actually, that's funny you mentioned that. Back in October, when there was the government shutdown, playing on that character trait, I formed the Middle Child Party because I said, look, nobody knows more about compromising better than a middle child. So we need to form the Middle Child Party to get the government working again. And we formed the Middle Child Party, and 2 days later, the government shutdown was over. So I'm not going to take credit for putting an end to the shutdown, but I think just the mere threat of middle children getting involved in this scared the heck out of Washington, and they opened the government back up.
It would be interesting to see, and looking at in Washington, congressional approval rates are now in single digits. It would be interesting to see how many of our elected officials are either the oldest or the youngest, or, in fact, middle children.
Well, I have looked into it. I don't have complete statistics to give you. It's very hard to find out a lot of that information. I can share with you that 52% of American presidents were middle children. They were not the firstborn or the lastborn, so 52% fell into that middle category. So, but I will be looking into it as the midterm elections approach. There will be more information at smackdabblog.com about middle children and the Middle Child Party and who is and isn't a middle child. But tomorrow we got to talk about.
Yeah, what are we supposed to do on Middle Child Day tomorrow?
Well, you can go to the blog and go to smackdabblog.com. The free Middle Child's Day greeting cards are back up. Last year's cards were very popular. You download them. You can share the link with your friends, with your middle children. Last year they said nice things like, sorry we couldn't be with you to celebrate Middle Child's Day. We're having dinner with your brother and sister. Nice, warm thoughts like that. So you can go to the blog, and you'll find the cards there to download. They're going to be there's 50 icons you can use of famous middle children to change your profile on your social media in honor of Middle Child's Day. So you could put Jan Brady up there. You could put Simon the Chipmunk up there, just to remind people it's Middle Child's Day. And then you go to the blog again at smackdabblog.com. You'll be able to see the Middle Child Anthem, which is a music video. It's sung to the tune of "Don't You Forget About Me," that great 80s hit. So that's a classic rallying cry for middle children. And it features 101 famous middle children, real TV middle children, animated middle children. So that's a lot of fun. You can look through it, see if you can name all 101. There's the middle child flag is being raised. We have the middle child flag at the blog, and as any good flag would have, it has a motto. It's even in Latin. It's Attentionem Omnia. I can't forget the last word now, but it translates to attention above all. So lots of things at the blog you can do to help celebrate Middle Child's Day.
Bruce Hopman, smackdabblog.com, and union boss at International Middle Child Union. Big day tomorrow. Thanks for sharing.
Yeah, your membership dues, I think, are up, by the way. I don't want to have to put you into collection.
Oh, well, that's all we have time for. Thanks, Bruce.
All right.
Good to talk to you.